Good afternoon, friends. Important judgment. When GST is being paid along with interest before issuance of so-called notice, whether department can issue so-called notice under Section 74 of CGST Act, whether they can levy penalty also. This judgment is very important coming from Telangana High Court in the case of Ray Power Infra Private Limited. Very interesting one. Fact of the matter is, there was audit conducted and department GST audit team has pinpointed that this petitioner has wrongly availed irregular credit. They have wrongly availed. On being pointed out, the petitioner has reversed the credit, that too along with interest. Now, in this given situation, department has issued a so-called notice, that too under Section 74 of CGST Act. And 74, you must be knowing that so-called notice can be issued either for non-payment or short payment of taxes, credit wrongly availed or utilized, or erroneous refund. But when there is fraud, suppression, and willful misstatement, so there is intent to evade taxes. That is what important under Section 74 for issuance of so-called notice. Now, question here is, on being pointed out by audit team that this petitioner has availed irregular credit, they have accepted the same and reversed this credit along with interest. So question is, whether this issuance of so-called notice under Section 74 was justified, point number one. Whether department can levy penalty also under Section 74 of CGST Act. And for penalty, provision is 15% of tax amount as penalty before issuance of so-called notice, 25% of tax amount as penalty if paid tax interest and this penalty is being paid within 30 days of so-called notice. So 25%. And this again further increased to 50% of tax amount penalty provided tax interest penalty is being paid within 30 days from the passing of order in original. Otherwise, in all other cases, 100% penalty when we look at 74 of CGST Act. So there are two questions. Whether issuance of so-called notice was justified under Section 74. Honorable Telangana High Court has held that just machinery in mechanical manner issuance of so-called notice under Section 74 is not correct. For issuance of so-called notice under Section 74, there has to be and it must be properly proven by the department, and burden lies on department to prove that there was intent to evade taxes by means of fraud, willful misstatement, or suppression of fact. If there is no intent to evade taxes, then you can't issue so-called notice under Section 74. And I'm also interested that you should know that there is a recent instruction. Let me say instruction number 5/2023 dated 13 December 2023, clearly saying that department should not, this instruction by CBIC only saying department should not unnecessarily issue so-called notice under section 74 unless they prove, unless they have material facts that this petitioner or taxpayer is having intent to evade taxes by means of fraud, willful misstatement or suppression of fact. So mechanically issuance of so-called notice under section 74 should not be there. This is the instruction by CBIC. So if you find department is mechanically issuing so-called notice, then you can very well quote this instruction 5/2023. Further, Honorable Telangana High Court has relied upon section 73 subsection 5, and clearly it is saying when on own ascertainment by the taxpayer or it is being ascertained by the proper officer and intimated to the taxpayer, and taxpayer is agreeing for the same, if they pay that tax amount along with interest before issuance of so-called notice, then no need of issuance of so-called notice, and all the proceedings pertaining to the stated subject matter shall be deemed as concluded. If you go back to section 73. So 73 is non-fraud cases. When there is no fraud, no willful misstatement, no suppression of fact. Honorable Telangana High Court has relied on the factual position that yes, this petitioner had irregular credit. On being pointed out, they have reversed along with interest, but there was no intent to evade taxes by means of fraud, willful misstatement or suppression of fact. Hence, this so-called notice which was issued is void. Department, as usual, they wanted to levy penalty also, and I said 15% penalty before issuance of so-called notice, otherwise 25%. Within 30 days of so-called notice, otherwise 50%, within 30 days of order in original, in all other cases 100% for section 74. And there is no penalty when you look at 73. If you pay the tax amount along with interest before issuance of so-called notice, then there is no penalty for 73 non-fraud cases. So, Honorable Telangana High Court has held this penalty is not leviable. For simple reason, it was irregular credit, no doubt, but on being pointed out by audit team, this was reversed along with interest. So, it is one of the good judgment. कई बार हमने देखा है, आपने टैक्स और इंटरेस्ट बिफोर इशुएंस ऑफ सो कॉज नोटिस आपने पे कर दिया, बट फिर भी डिपार्टमेंट सो कॉज नोटिस देता है और वो भी अंडर सेक्शन 74 देता है कि यहां पे फ्रॉड है, और फिर वो आपसे पेनाल्टी मांगता है कि पेनाल्टी दो 15% और 25% और 50%, all other cases 100%. I've explained already. अब क्वेश्चन ये है कि क्या डिपार्टमेंट मैकेनिकली आपने टैक्स और इंटरेस्ट पे कर दिया फिर भी आपको सो कॉज नोटिस और वो भी अंडर सेक्शन 74 इश्यू कर सकता है? आंसर इज बिग नो. अनलेस डिपार्टमेंट प्रूव burden of proving this fact lies on department के there is fraud, suppression, willful misstatement on the part of taxpayer. जस्ट बिकॉज आपने एलिगेशन लगा दिया, इट विल नॉट वर्क, आपको प्रूव करना पड़ेगा। हाँ, एसएससी ने, टैक्स पेयर ने इरेगुलर क्रेडिट ली, जब जीएसटी ऑडिट टीम ने उनको बताया तो उन्होंने रिवर्स भी कर दिया अलॉन्ग विथ इंटरेस्ट। सो सेक्शन 73 सबसेक्शन 5 अगर आप देखें तो वो ये बेनिफिट देता है आइदर ऑन योर ओन असर्टेनमेंट, या आप एज ए टैक्स पेयर आपको खुद मालूम पड़ा कि मुझसे गलती हो गई है, मुझे कुछ टैक्स देना था मैंने नहीं दिया, या मैंने रॉन्गली कोई क्रेडिट अवेल कर ली है, तो आप पे कर दीजिए अलॉन्ग विद इंटरेस्ट, पेनाल्टी नहीं लगेगी। एंड उसके लिए कोई सो कॉज नोटिस भी इशू करने की जरूरत नहीं है, अनलेस डिपार्टमेंट ये प्रूव करे कि आपने फ्रॉड, सप्रेशन, विलफुल मिसस्टेटमेंट। और सीबीआईसी ने रिसेंटली इंस्ट्रक्शन नंबर 5/2023 इशू किया, और उसमें कहा भी है कि मैकेनिकली सो कॉज नोटिस जो डिपार्टमेंट इशू करता है अंडर सेक्शन 74 इज नॉट करेक्ट। So submission of this video is, when you pay the tax along with interest and there is no fraud, no willful misstatement, no suppression of fact, then rest assured no so cause notice and no penalty. It is a case of 73. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Lot many. Thank you very much.